Welcome to part 1 of the basic tutorial. Here, you will learn the basics of aerial combat. In mouse aim mode, you can control your plane simply by pointing the cursor at the place where you want to fly to. Point your cursor at the waypoint, and that's it! Proceed to the waypoint. Increase the throttle to fly faster. Increase the throttle to 100%. Decrease the throttle. You can see the aircraft's current speed. The current engine power percentage is shown above it. As you can see, the aircraft's speed depends on its engine power. Decrease the power if you want to fly slower. Increase the throttle until war emergency power is enabled. Hold the button to continue flying with WEP. The WEP lets you fly at maximum speed. Each mission has its own goals and objectives, which must be completed in order to win. Press and hold the tactical map button to see the list. Your first enemy is before you, a balloon. It's practically immobile. Now, you will need to destroy a mobile target, an enemy plane. See that small object in front of the enemy aircraft? That's the lead angle indicator. You need to... Now your aircraft has started to turn towards the target. You need to aim the crosshairs at the lead angle indicator. Your sight and the... Great job! The target is destroyed. Practice on a couple of enemy planes. Hostile planes are down. While fighting, you will often encounter enemy ground equipment. The ground vehicle counter will often appear during missions. This shows the number of enemy vehicles you need to destroy to win. Zoom in to see. Return to the original. Now, you need to steer away from the ground. To quickly change the direction your aircraft is heading, move the cursor to the edge of the screen. The last enemy unit is destroyed. We won! Your tutorial is finished. Now, you are ready for a real battle. to part 2 of the basic tutorial. Here, you will learn how and with what you can assault ground equipment. Right now, you're controlling an attack aircraft. Assault planes are designed to assist ground troops. Often, they are armed with light bombs, unguided rockets, and cannons for destroying surface targets. Proceed to the waypoint. Fighter and assault planes can carry bombs to drop while diving at ground targets. Your bomb sight shows where bombs will strike the ground. To hit a target, you need to place it right in the center of your sight. The sight turns red when it is looking directly at the target. Drop the bombs. That's it! You hit the target. Now, you need to steer away from the ground. To quickly change the direction your air... Notice that your plane carries unguided rockets. Since rockets have low accuracy, it's best to launch several of them at once. Destroy vehicles with machine guns, bombs, or rockets. Notice that your plane carries unguided rockets. Destroy vehicles with machine guns, bombs, or rockets. All targets destroyed. Victory! Welcome to part 3 of the basic tutorial. Here, you will learn how to bomb ground targets properly. Right now, you're controlling a bomber. Bombers can carry heavy bombs designed to deal large amounts of damage over a wide area. To keep themselves safe from anti-aircraft fire and hostile fighters, bombers fly at high altitudes. It's much simpler to hit a target using a bomb sight. You can toggle between different sights with the Toggle View button. Press the Toggle View button twice to switch to bomb sight view. Press to return to third-person view. You can also switch to bomb sight view directly. Press the Bomb Sight View button to switch to the bomb. Drop bombs on the airfield. A amount of remaining bombs is displayed in the upper left corner. Drop the rest of your bomb. Great hit! Often, bombers are a target for enemy fighters. Turrets located on the plane can help you protect yourself. Use the fire button to shoot at hostile aircraft. Use the displayed lead angle to aim. Retreating. Your mission is complete. Welcome to part 4 of the basic tutorial. This mission is designed to let you practice your takeoff and landing skills. In order to take off, your aircraft must reach a high enough speed. Push your throttle to 100% to start your takeoff run. The plane has started accelerating. Watch your speed. The plane has reached a high enough speed. Time to reach the marked waypoint. Landing on an airfield during missions. In order to land your aircraft successfully, you need to reduce its speed significantly. Decrease the throttle. Deploy the landing gear. Direct the plane right to the center of the waypoint. In order to land your aircraft successfully, you need to reduce its speed significantly. Decrease the throttle. Deploy the landing gear. Direct the plane right to the center of the waypoint. Decrease the throttle to 0%. As the plane's speed is dropping, intense braking can flip it over. Release the wheel brake button to avoid crashing. The plane has stopped. A successful landing. Welcome to one of War Thunder's training areas. Here, you will learn how to control your vehicle. Begin moving forward. Follow the waypoints to the firing area. In the lower right corner, you can see a mini-map which shows your tank as an arrow. It also shows the position of your enemies and allies as icons. Your opponent this time, a training target, is the red icon on the map. Your allies' icons are blue. Wait until the tank turret finishes rotating and the weapon sight to be aligned with the cursor. Switch to gunner view. You can use zoom to get a better view. The aim assist indicator in the center of the screen shows where the shell will strike when you fire a shot. It turns red if the current shell cannot pierce the armor, yellow if it is possible to pierce, and green if your shell can easily pierce the armor. Depending on your target's armor thickness, the aim assist indicator changes to various colors. One of the best ways to destroy a tank is to put its crew out of action. Move the reticule over the central area of the tank. Now, fire at the fighting compartment on the tank. When a shell penetrates armor, the X-ray window appears in the top right corner. This shows which parts of the tank and which crew members took damage. The enemy tank is considered destroyed if it has no crew members remaining inside. Great! If there was any crew in this vehicle, they would be in big trouble. Now, switch to third-person view. Another effective way of destroying Or, most armored vehicles have their engines at the rear. Continue by moving the reticule onto the rear of the indicated tank. Now, switch to gunner view and fire at the tank engine. If the engine, ammo rack, or fuel tanks inside the tank are damaged, this may cause an explosion or start a fire. Good job! Move on to it. Now, you have to complete a real combat assignment. Capture and hold a strategic point. You can see a marker above the capture point. If the marker is white, this means that the point is currently neutral. Move to the capture zone. Drive into the capture zone. The border of the capture zone is delineated by a white line circle or square on the ground. Your tank has reached the indicated point, but you can't capture the zone while it still has enemy vehicles in it. Destroy the enemy tank. Great! You destroyed the enemy, and now you can capture the zone. Wait for the marker to turn blue, and for a message to appear notifying you that you have captured the zone.
Allied.
The capture zone's marker has turned blue. That means the zone now belongs to your team. If the enemy team had captured the zone, the marker would have turned red. Capturing strategic points is one of the main methods of winning a battle. When one team captures more strategic points than the other team, the enemy team begins to lose points. Victory is achieved when the enemy team loses all its points. So, oh, great job! You won! Now you're a true tanker. Welcome to the second part of the tank battle tutorial. Please move to the route marker. shells against other players, enemy tank armor can be tough to penetrate. Aim your crosshair at it. This tank has its frontal armor facing you. This is the strongest part of a tank's armor, but you can still penetrate it whenever the aim assist indicator turns green. Find a weak point in the tank's armor and destroy it. Some weak points in the frontal armor are the viewing slots of the tank commander and the driver. Keep firing at the tank's weak spots to destroy internal modules.
Ready! The gun's been loaded!
Awesome! Now, move the reticule onto the other nearby tank. As you can see, the shells we are using are useless against armor that is this strong. So, we should switch to another type. Fire off your current shell to load the new type of shell that you've switched to. Switch to the alternative shell type available. You have switched to composite shells. These shells successfully pierce almost any armor, but they cause lower damage. Destroy the target tank. Good job. Move to another Caponier. Target, switch to gunner mode. The fired shell flies along a ballistic trajectory, while the reticule shows where the cannon is aiming. If you shoot at a distant object using the reticule, the shell will drop before it reaches the target. This means that when you fire at a distant target, you need to aim the cannon a little higher. Fortunately, in arcade battles, we always have an aim assist indicator that shows roughly where the shell will actually land. Move the cannon so that the aim assist indicator is aligned with the target. When properly aimed, it should light up green. destroy the enemy vehicles. The fired shell flies along a ballistic trajectory, while the reticule shows where the cannon is aiming. If you shoot at a distant object using the reticule, the shell will drop before it reaches the target. This means that when you fire at a distant target, you need to aim the cannon Fortunately, move the cannon so that the aim assist destroy the enemy vehicles. Nice shot! Great job! You won! Now you're a true tanker!